What is up, guys? Bixis here. Talking about Overwatch 2 right now. So I decided to wait a little bit to do these patch notes because I figured they were going to do a hotfix, and they did. Not the hotfix I expected, though. So let's go over this patch notes. I'll probably title this video "What is going on? What the hell is happening?" Because this is getting really odd. Let's talk about the not so crazy stuff. Overwatch Transformer skins. Uh, Buying any of those too expensive, but they look pretty cool if you want to buy them. Weapons are out. Player surveys at the end of the matches. I saw this. Somebody was talking about this. Um, I really don't know how this one's going to work because let's say you're streaming, which I don't, but say you're like a Flats, a big streamer, and at the end of the match your QR code pops up. Can your chat scan it and then all of a sudden bombard Blizzard with surveys? Maybe it could be a problem. We'll see. Audio updates. I thought this one was interesting. Adjust the volume levels of health pool impacts. When shooting enemies with base health shields, armor, and overhealth, made the sound cues clearer. So, gotta hear this more to kind of figure out how obvious it is, but interesting. Now, let's get into the crazy shit. Pardon my language. Armor flat damage reduction increased from 5 to 10 per projectile. That's a lot. That seems like a lot. Perhaps it's not, but it definitely feels like it. Enemy health bars now display when they are low health threshold. Not much of a crazy change, but a nice thing, I suppose. Tank roll passive. Ultimate generation reduction increased from 30 to 40. So now, basically, what this means is this is very simple. If you're like a DPS that is just blasting the tank, um, you're not going to get as much ult charge. Point blank, period. And a knockback resistance reduced. The knockback resistance reduced thing is honestly, it's negligible. But I mean, it's kind of nice because I mean, some tanks feel like they don't move for shit when you hit them. Now into the big stuff. Diva. Uh, Defense matrix maximum duration increased by half a second. Now that doesn't seem like a lot. Half a second is a lot of in-game time. Um, Micro missiles explosion damage increased from 4, 5.5, 126 to 153 maximum damage. That is also pretty big. Um, I already thought Diva was pretty decent. I play her quite a bit though, so maybe I'm a little biased. But yeah, brother, that's pretty big. Doomfist overhealth gain per target on the best defense increased from 35 to 40, and delay before overhealth begins to drain increased from 1 to 3. So now that overhealth will last a lot longer and be slightly more impactful. Um, I don't think this one's a massive buff, but it's definitely a needed buff for a underplayed character. Queen overhealth increased from 150 to 175 on commanding shout. Wound damage self-healing multiplier increased from 2 to 2.5%. So they are basically making everybody so far a bit more survivable and a little bit, better to keep, how, oh man, I'm losing my words here. They're making it easier for these people to stay alive, which I think is honestly, despite the popular opinion right now, I think that's kind of needed because if you watch some games, perhaps in lower ranks where teams aren't as coordinated, tanks just get absolutely melted. And then if you don't have, good support systems and stuff like that, tanks will get melted. Now, I think some of these are major overcorrections. Um, like basically throwing like a fucking bomb at a problem that needed a firecracker. But let's just keep going. Olga. Overrun. Knockback damage increased from 25 to 30. Okay, it's not that crazy. Stomp damage increased from 60 to 75. That's going to make that ability a lot stronger, honestly, because both of those are increased. Cardiac overdrive. This is what everybody was talking about. Um, Duration reduced from 5 to 3. Lifesteal increased from 60 to 100. Damage reduction increased as well. Okay, allies now only receive half of the lifesteal. This is all over the place because I do see that they got rid of the heal for allies. Okay. See, the duration's down. Sure. But 60 to 100% is a pretty fucking large jump, brother. Oh, that is a big jump. Orisa, fortified duration increased by half a second. Once again, they're just trying to make the tank better. Ramatra, 75 more bonus armor on Nemesis form. Pummel damage increased. That's going to make Nemesis form even more impactful. Just, interesting. Ryan, my boy, let's see if he's actually going to be good now. Barrier maximum 1600. That is a needed change because Ryan is one of the only actual shield tanks remaining, and his shield should be the focal point of his kit. But his shield usually now gets fucking absolutely waxed with the amount of damage that modern Overwatch characters put out. A little bit of a buff is nice. A barrier regeneration rate is increased 140 to 160. Wall impact damage increased from 275 to 300. So now if he's tapping out a fucking bastion, you just slam them to the moon, do a little bit more damage. Roadhog, my boy. Not only my boy, but like my tank player is like a big Roadhog fan. He actually met Roadhog, the real one, not the voice actor. Pigpen, it's called a turret, the landmine. Area damage after activating increased from 30 to 45 per second. Recovery time reduced. Cooldown now begins immediately after usage. Pretty much buffing that ability. I don't know if it really needed a buff, but quality of life changes. Sigma, Chocolate Siggy Starfish. Never pronounce this ability, guys. I swear. Impact damage. Oh my god! Did I read this right? Is it double damage? They doubled the damage on impact. That is going to be a monstrosity, an ability. Wow, that's going to hurt. Good for Sigma. They basically said Sigma does not have an issue with survivability as it is, so we're going to give him some more damage. Really giving the tanks some fucking love here. Winston. Secondary fire charge time reduced from 1 second to 0.85. Okay, that I think was needed. I hate using that ability. Primal health gained 200 increase. Not bad. It's a pretty big change for Winston as well. I think that'll help him with his ult, making it feel a little bit more impactful. Also helping a little bit if you get anti-ed and you're not going to get blown up as quickly. Wrecking Ball automatic reload will transform, reduce from 2 to 1.6 seconds. Adaptive Shield's allied overhealth transfer ratio increased by 50%. Use up to 50 overhealth per target to grant allies up to 75. Wow. Oh no, Zarya, please don't like revert. Oh god, I don't even want to look at it. I'm hoping it's not like a reverting her back to what she was in that couple, maybe a year ago when it was an absolute nightmare. Health increased for the barrier from, oh no, it is 200 to 225. Duration increased from 2 to 2.5. Health increased from 200 to 225. Duration increased from 2 to 2.5. Nope, we're cooked, boys. That's it. Zarya meta now. Well, maybe the hot. Now, you know what? I haven't looked at it yet. I'm predicting that the hotfix will change some of this. Oh, Ash. Bob now gains a tank roll passive ability. You know what? Alright, I'll take it. As an Ash main, I'll take it. Cassidy, primary fire fall off range now rescaled. 25 to 35 to 20 to 30 meters. Yep. Sounds right. Also just realized that this whole thing is like completely nullified my Overwatch tier list I just made, so I'm gonna have to remake one for you guys. I cannot have you going out with unreliable information. That would just be fucking mean. Pharah, explosion damage reduced from 30 to 0. Explosion knockback radius increased. Knockback increased by 11. Okay, as somebody who used to main Pharah and still plays her quite a bit, I agree with this shit. This did not need to do damage, dude. Like, so knockback, it's meant for like doing rollouts and knocking people around. So yes, let's go. Fuck yeah, for my tank players. Duration of effect on tank heroes decreased by half a second on Sleep Dart. I know it's not that much, but I hate seeing my homies in the front line get slept, antied, and absolutely mauled by freaking Captain Anna Amari. I feel so bad for you guys. Seriously, I don't actually deal with her that much, but this character annoys the fuck out of me for tank players. Laurie. Allies no longer see destroyed UI when healing. Okay, not healing pylon UI thing. And Transcendence is now a bigger uh, cooker build, I guess you want to call it. All right, let's look at these. There you go. Get open my eyes now. The hotfix, because Blizzard is now in a panic over how things are going. That you created the monster and now you're afraid to let it in your kitchen, type deal. Ramatra, cooldown increased on Nemesis form. Okay. Sure. Reduced armor and reduced his health. So you gave him a little buff of damage and a little buff of health, and then proceeded to come back and nerf him, pretty much taking away some of the armor, taking away some of the health, keeps the damage, but now he has more cooldown. So he kind of got punished for getting overbuffed. Ramatra, I'm so sorry, man. I hope you're all right. Okay. Oh my lord. Zarya, particle barrier. Shared cooldown increased from 10 to 11 seconds. Duration reduced from 2.5 to 0.25. Ejected barrier. The exact same one. All right. Farah, base health reduced from 250 to 225. All right. Well, so she's gonna be like back to being one of the squishier DPSs. They don't like Farah. Alari, healing pylon cooldown increased, ultimate cost increased. So like Alari has been one of those characters that I haven't been able to put a finger on because they absolutely like have been adoring Kiriko and like giving her like the best. Like they let her run for a while. Alari like was decent on launch. She was really, really bad for a few patches. I don't remember which ones, but like a little bit ago, she was really bad. And then like they're like, oh, she's getting good again. Let's fucking just absolutely whack her over the head. They don't like Alari that much. And Lucio, Sonic Amplifier knockback reduction by 10%. Sure. Here's my takes, guys. Normally I would do a patch notes breakdown and tell you about who's gonna be good, who's not. And honestly, I guess I am not a big YouTuber, so nobody really knows. I guess my general opinion on how Overwatch 2 has been so far. I have actually been probably one of the most positive people on the game overall. That doesn't mean I don't have problems with it, but on the average, I have been mostly just like kind of turning a blind eye to some of the negatives and just like enjoying the game for what it is. This patch feels like a patch that somebody makes when they don't have a finger on the pulse of what is going on in the game. And that's not to say all these changes are bad, and it's not to say I don't understand where they're coming from. The tanks get blown up. Let's help the tanks out. Tank is a miserable experience. Let's make it better. That's true. But it's just like, again, it feels like there's like a problem that requires you to cut a couple wires and you're throwing a landmine in it. Like, and we're all the ones that are like living on the floor above this fucking room. We're just like kind of getting test dummied into all these new changes. They're a little bit over the top. Maybe we got rapid hotfixes coming out now, and I guess I'll take that over getting no updates. That's generally the opinion I've held with Overwatch in general. Is like I will just take the fact that we're getting new characters and maps and stuff now, and I will just like accept the rest for what it is, and kind of be disappointed at the PVE stuff and et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, like it doesn't mean I'm not going to be critical of Blizzard. And this patch kind of feels like an absolute hodgepodge to me. I feel the same way as a lot of other people that there's just too many drastic changes here that are probably going to end up like affecting the game in a major way. That it's going to be like what they're doing in the hotfix, them scrambling to kind of rebalance and like roll everything. Partially the reason why I don't play game a lot when the new patches come out and until I've kind of like settled into it and feel like I know what the hell's happening. Um, yeah. Other than that, guys, stay tuned for another tier list. I will definitely remake a tier list to account for um all this stuff. I don't really think my last tier list included all this information, so it's gonna be kind of hard for me to do that. But I will get on it as quickly as I can. I've been extremely busy recently. I'm obviously not a full-time YouTuber. Hard to keep up with the shit, but I will try to get on that for you guys. Stay tuned. Comment down below. Go to the community tab. Vote on the polls. We get some Overwatch ones that are over. We have a Lethal Company one going. And we have for our Left 4 Dead series, if you want to look at some old, retro Left 4 Dead videos. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck in your ranked games. Watch out for Malga, and have a great time.